All right, 22 years in the league. So when LeBron had his first, second, third pairs of Nike sneakers, I remember I had to collect like every single one of them. I bought the very first ones, the Zoom Generations, which were not called LeBron ones. And then we had the LeBron 2s, 3s, 4s, and so on. I basically wanted one colorway of every single one of the LeBrons. And I completed that through the years, but I've sold off a lot of my collection. However, I do have the latest and greatest pair of the LeBrons, because when these dropped, I definitely wanted to get a pair after reviewing the last couple years and seeing just the adjustments they've been making for the basketball shoes as he's matured as a basketball player and so on. And like, how are these going to be for me from the casual, as well as obviously these are performance basketball shoes. So that being said, here's a look at the LeBron 22s from my casual perspective. First thing to notice though, before you look at the shoes, is the box is fire. You also do have a little insert here, and it has some of the tech on the shoe, which I think is perfect. Like, I love when they include something so simple like this to give us like some sort of an idea of what they were doing when they created this. Now my eyes are getting so old. When I look close, I need glasses. It's so bad. Anyways, we'll get into the tech specs in a minute. But the other thing about the box is cool is you can see there's 3 different angles where there's a pullout. So there's a Dunkman on one side and like a double head lion on the other. And then on the bottom, there's I guess a lion head or something like that down there as well. So kind of cool, nice little design there. The box is really polished. I really dig that. This is the Crown Jewel colorway, which Crown Jewel I thought was like a maroon colorway, at least from the 10s. I don't know why this one is Crown Jewel. It doesn't really stick to the theme from what I remember, but maybe I'm totally wrong. Any which way, I do like that they're coming back with some of the older themes. I heard, and I think I saw some images of like a Dunkman colorway coming back. Thank you. Like, we'd love that. Give us a Galaxy one too, man. I would love that. And honestly, I'm here for a return of the Christmas pack as well. We haven't had like a solid Christmas pack. It's been something that I want like a Nike or somebody to do like an ugly Christmas sweater shoe like every single year. I know Nike Dunks really what started it with me. It's just something I crave like every single year, of like Nike Dunks or some sort of ugly Christmas sweater shoe. I feel like Nike should be doing one every year. If I was at Nike, that's what I'd be creating. But any which way you look at the shoe, it is kind of interesting looking. At first glance, it's like, it's kind of plain from the images. You get them in hand, you're like, okay, it's kind of nice. Like, they went in and did some things way differently on this shoe that I've seen in the past. For one, you have the layer of synthetic material that's perforated all over the upper, but it looks like it's almost laid on over top of the base, which is done in a different kind of material. Doesn't look very breathable, but it's done like through the whole sidewall of the shoe and then the other side. And then you could see that there's a shank plate that actually wraps around the midsole, and it actually has stitching all the way around it too, like a saddle, which is very, very interesting, like a choice. I mean, we've seen lots of shoes that are segmented from the front and the back before, so I guess it's nothing new, but they really went all in on that. Also, you do have like this material that's like swirled for his signature. I think that looks super fire on the back there. Then you do have the kind of silhouette of the Nike swoosh on the side on one, baby Nike swoosh embroidered on the other. And then that's pretty much it for the Nike branding. There's not a ton, I guess there's the jewel swoosh down here as well, so a double swoosh on this side. But there's not a ton of Nike branding on it. The outsole has 2 crowns instead of a Nike swoosh, so a crown in the front and then a crown in the back. And then you do have like a double-headed yin-yang lion's head sort of embroidery here that looks kind of cool. On the tongue, you have kind of a bubble diamond jewel of the XX2 for the LeBron 22s. I like the reverse side of the tongue as well. You do have a quilted like triangle pattern as well, and looks nice. On the liner of the shoe, it has the same sort of padding as on the LeBron ones. I can't remember the name of it for the life of me. You can see it's kind of bubbly and has like golf ball indents. The other thing is the lacing is kind of interesting. You have like an internal lacing here through the midfoot, and then for the top 3 laces, you have like the metal eyelets for the top 3 that kind of stand out. So it's kind of odd where it's like covered and then not. So I don't know why they did that. It would have probably looked better if it was all not covered. I can't stop looking at now that I've unearthed that, so it kind of throws me off a little bit just seeing that. But I do like that you can lace behind the tongue as well. I did a double lace in front of the tongue logo here, but maybe I should redo it behind it. And then you do have some large perforation holes on the tongue as well. I kind of like the upper and that. I know it's not real leather, but I like the idea of what they're creating there. It's not anything crazy, fly knit or anything. I like it. It's just simplistic sort of, it's kind of like a throwback sort of material, I guess. The other thing that's interesting is the outsole. For some reason, the only pod that is glow in the dark is the front pod. The back pod is not, so I don't know why they would do that, but I like that it glows in the dark, but it does look weird that only one half of the outsole glows. It's kind of like a half-baked thought in my mind. One last thing is on the shoe tree that actually has LeBron's lion head on there too. So it's like nice that it has its own branding on that again. Some of the details about the shoe that Nike says they are the LeBron 21 Crown Jewels, $180 at retail. Now last year's LeBron 21 was actually $200. So this year, I think they're keeping the economy in mind and they dropped the price down to $180 at retail. So that's fire in my opinion. LeBron isn't slowing down anytime soon. The open court nightmare is as fast and spry as ever, but even Bron needs support when he's full throttle. That's why we've leveled up the LeBron 22. Newly implemented saddle wing offers optimal midfoot stability. They complement the heel and forefoot zoom air units so the king can keep pushing the sport forward. This version is inspired by LeBron and his youngest son and the sense of clarity it brings. This design has a gem-like glow, bright white upper with neon accents paired with glow-in-the-dark outsole on the forefoot. It reflects how the king embraces the pressure of being a professional athlete and a parent to win all facets of his life. The large forefoot air zoom unit is curved and bends in multiple directions. It provides energy return for fast and responsive cornering and offers a flexible court feel that moves naturally with your foot. A bottom-loaded air zoom unit in the heel adds cushioning and support. The official color is white, medium ash, hot lava, and volt glow. Anyway, that's a lot of information about these. They have the text spec here that I do like to see as well. Gives you an idea where the placement is. So it's a top-loaded zoom on the forefoot, bottom-loaded from the heel. I like that they can actually show us that in the pictures. So how are they on feet? I would say for the casual perspective, it's a shoe that you can wear casually for sure. It's comfortable enough that you can walk around and you're like very secure in the shoe because of the saddle and whatnot. There is a nice stability to the shoe. Overall, obviously, it's a high-performance basketball shoe, but it's something you can just wear around, walking around. I don't think you'll have any problems with it. I double-laced the top, so you can actually just slide them on very easily and rock. I would say that overall they fit true to size, maybe a little bit snug, but overall true to size is probably the right choice for myself. But leave a comment in the comment section if you guys have these. Is this something that is cushioned enough for you or not, or is it just the right amount of cushion? I'm curious to see what you guys say on the court. I would feel like this is like pretty decent on the heel. Again, forefoot, I didn't feel it as much, but obviously you don't want too crazy amount of cushioning feel underfoot anyway, because you need the court feel and stuff underfoot. So it is what it is. Traction looks pretty cool on the bottom. You can see it's like the triangle pattern is all over on the bottoms as well. And it does look like it has like a multi-directional grip. So you can like pivot and jab step pretty hard and you have some pretty good traction there. But overall, I think it's a pretty solid pair. I got my son a pair of basketball shoes recently, but I might actually end up getting him the LeBrons if he doesn't like the other pair. I got him a pair of the GT Cut 3s, and they seem pretty decent as well. But this overall, I feel like could be a winner. I would love to see more colorways of the LeBron 22. I know we're going to see them as the year goes on. But what do you guys think about the very first colorway? What do you think about the model? I do feel like it's good. It's not bad. It's like, could be a little bit better though. I like the lacing system. I don't understand half visible, half not. It makes no sense to me. Half glow in the dark, half not. Weird kind of little things like that. But other than that, I mean, I do like the shoe. I think it looks really fire. And it feels good on feet, and it's something that I can wear casually just walking around if I choose. And it's also a pair that I can just wear to my kids' basketball practice and then, you know, shoot around with them when he has them. Anyways, that's it for the video. If you guys want to buy a pair of them, link in the description, take you over to Nike. If you guys use my link, I do get a little bit of a kickback. Let's Nike know that you rock with the channel as well. Greatly appreciate it. Have a good one. Hopefully we'll see you back on the channel for some more content very soon. All right, peace, guys.